Hey guys, Dan752 here, back again with another build. This time it's going to be the Bark Monarch. And what this build does is basically it revolves around this claw, Law of the Wilds. What it does is it summons spectral wolves every time you critically strike with this weapon. So, what this means is we need to strike with this weapon, and we need to do it often enough. We also would like to move as well, so you know which skill it's gonna be. It's gonna be Cyclone. As you can see, it's supported with infused channeling, so while we're cycloning, we get a little bit more extra protection. Then we have Desecrate, level 1, additional accuracy, and cast while channeling. Soon you will see why we need Desecrate and cast while channeling, but let's just start with the wolves themselves. So, the wolves themselves are supported by the gems inside the claw, so it's automatically a 4-link. It has melee physical damage, greater multi-strike, minion damage. And then we are using the Squire to make it a 7-link, because everything socketed into the Squire also applies to the support skills from your main hand. That means we can also add Annihilation, Withering Touch, and Exemplar. So this Annihilation can be swapped out with Bloodlust. So if you're bossing, you're going to be using Bloodlust. If you're mapping, you're going to be using Annihilation. Okay, next thing that we have is the Dark Monarch. So this helmet basically makes it so that you have double the wolves, double the damage, right? So now it's a 7-link, and we also have double the wolves, so you can see where the damage is coming from. The Dark Monarch, though, makes it so that you cannot use any other minions besides the ones that you picked. We picked Spectral Wolves, so we can only use them. That means that we're not getting the benefits of the Spectres, Animated Guardian, or the Golems. So this helmet is a little bit variable. If you think you can do it better with a regular helmet, you can feel free to swap it out, use a regular helmet, and just try it with Animated Guardian, the Spectres, and whatnot. But just so you know, it's limited by the sockets, right? For those you need a bunch of sockets, but maybe it's going to supplement the lack of the wolves. I wanted to go with this. I didn't want to focus on any of the specters, you know, finding the specters and all of that. I just wanted to do it only with the wolves. In the helmet, we have Enhance, we have Withering Step, Hexbloom, and Despair. So Withering Step, Despair, you can see we're going for chaos damage. The wolves are dealing purely chaos damage, and they like critical strikes. So they have critical strike chance, critical strike multiplier, as much as we can get. Enhance to enhance the Despair, enhance the Withering Step so we get more of the Wither debuffs, and then Hexbloom to spread the curse. Okay, let's go to the Amulet. The Amulet, as we said, we like critical strike chance, the wolves like critical strike chance, and the wolves actually get all of the benefits that you get if it's from claws. So, they're getting the benefit from this claw, and they're also getting the benefits of this anointment, Claws of the Hawk. So you're getting critical strike chance, which you need to summon the wolves themselves, and they also like it because we're going for crits on the wolves. They also get some crit multi, which is very nice. The amulet itself gives also a lot of critical strike chance to you and the wolves, which is really good because we want to summon them as much as possible. On single target it's a little bit harder, but on maps they basically get summoned instantly, all 20 of them, as long as you have this amulet. On the bosses it's going to take something about 4 to 6 seconds depending on your RNG, because it's 20% chance to trigger them. Okay, let's move on to the rings. So it's bone rings, both bone rings. We're using dexterity on both of them, as you can see. There's also life on both of them, and the rest of it is minion modifiers. As you can see, minion modifiers here, minion modifiers there. The only thing that's basically different is the crafted mods, so you need to have an open prefix to craft this. Channeling skills have -3 mana cost, and that's so the Cyclone can be permanently cast. As you can see, it costs 1 life on the bottom there. And then here we have non-channeling skills have -8 to total mana cost. Why we're using this is because while we're doing this, we're also casting Desecrate, and the offerings are automatically being cast. Now you're probably wondering, how are they automatically being cast? He's not pressing anything. Yeah, it's because of this chess piece. So, every 5 seconds, in order, you're getting Bone Offering, Flesh Offering, and Spirit Offering. And as you can see, they're permanent, so we just have permanently all 3 offerings. The chess piece also have a nice benefit of providing this effect of offerings to you at full effect, so you have all 3 offerings at full effect, and the reason why we can use all 3 offerings is because of this belt. So usually you can only have one offering active at a time, but with this you can have all of them. The only thing it does, it reduces the duration of the offerings, but we counter that with the more duration gem and then the efficacy gem as well. We also get a lot of these nodes on the tree that increase the duration of the skill effects, and here skill effect duration. So basically we have a permanent uptime of all three offerings, and these apply to you at full effect and apply to the wolves at full effect. For you, what that means is you're going to get your crit chance up to 100%. With this amulet, you can summon the wolves very nicely with that offering. You're going to be kept on block, which is very good for survivability. And additionally, you're getting the flash offering, so are the wolves, for movement speed and attack speed, which also benefits you with the cycle, with the attack rate to summon the wolves even more. So it goes very nicely hand in hand, so that all of this comes together. In the chess piece, we're using Determination for the aura, just protect the things. Flesh and Stone, also protection, less damage taken, why not? Haste, so we can move faster, of course. It gives attack and cast speed, movement speed to your wolves as well. Val Haste, why not? You need to have one ultimate on your build, in my opinion, and that's going to be Val Haste. So it's going to accumulate through the map. On the boss, you can use it for extra damage. We'll also use this on Boss's Despair and Withering Step to apply the Wither debuffs. We also get Precision. You need Accuracy, you need Crit Chance. Self-explanatory. You need this, wolves need this, everybody needs this. So that's good. And as you can see, we're not using Enlighten, and that's because we're taking a lot of mana reservation efficiency nodes on the tree. Okay, let's move on to the boots. These boots give us basically stun reduction. We're not gonna get stunned a lot just because of these boots. Increase stun threshold. And then additionally, as you can see, these boots have 100% chance to avoid being shocked, 40% in the implicit, and 60% in the explicit down there. So this I crafted manually just by throwing essences of Torment. As you can see, Essence of Torment, 60% chance to avoid being shocked. And then on the implicit, you can get 41%. So as long as you get 59% roll on the boots, you're good. And what this means is, since we're avoiding 100% shock, you know what we're using. We're using Storm Shroud, which makes us immune to all elemental ailments, which is Chill, Freeze, Ignite, and Burning. So we're immune to that. We get the stun threshold here for the stuns, and then stun threshold here for the stuns as well. The final thing is the gloves. We have a lot of accuracy here. You're going to need some accuracy, but implicits are here important. Attacks have a chance to cause bleeding. That's how we can use Bloodlust on bosses. So you're causing the bleeding, but the wolves use the effect of Bloodlust. Okay, and then we have a chance to Intimidate, which makes the enemies take 10% increased damage, which is basically 10% more. These gloves have fire cold resistance. The boots have 1 resistances, so you need like tier 2 modifiers on the resistances, just so you're capped. As you can see, I'm barely capped because they're all tier 2. And finally, we have some minion damage here. This is very hard to craft these gloves, honestly. I lost a lot of currency here, but if you want to craft them, just make sure you're not crafting it with the Essence of Fear. That's the minion modifier. I crafted with the Essence of Fear, but you can make just without it, and you're not going to lose a lot of damage, and it's going to be fine. But yeah, you're looking for Armor, Energy Shield, rare items. As you can see, Paladin Gloves, Paladin Boots. Here we're getting a bunch of strength. You're going to need some strength as well, so make sure to get that. Of course, tier 1 life. Here I didn't get life, so I crafted. That's good. Okay, that's the items. Flasks. Immunity to Bleeding and Corrupting Blood on the life flask. Bottle Faith gives crit chance to you and your wolves, which is very good. It also increases the damage taken by enemies. Best in slot unique flask. We have Grenade Flask for armor here. Additional armor then. And then a Quicksilver with movement speed. And then Basalt Flask for reduced effect of curses. This basically makes us immune to curses in combination with these nodes. We're using tattoos of the Hinekora Death Warden just to reduce the remaining curses. Let's go over the passive tree a little bit. So we're of course a Necromancer. We're going for Mindless Aggression, so damage for minions. Chaos damage for minions, all the damage gets converted into chaos. And then we're getting some damage mitigation here, a lot of it actually. And we're also getting Leech for free. But this one is the most important one. This is basically the first one that you're going to grab while leveling. Commander of Darkness, which gives us elemental resistances and damage to our minions, attack and cast speed as well. So, you go for this one first, this one, this one, and then finally you can get Plaguebringer. What you need to look out for is you're gonna get the, you see these ones, Forbidden Flesh and Forbidden Flame jewels, which are going to give you 1 extra. Just look which one is the cheapest. Either this one, this one, this one, or this one. Never go for this one on the Forbidden Flame or Flesh, because then you cannot access the other ones. This one was the cheapest, so I grabbed this one. Okay. The other jewels are the Storm Shroud, Watcher's Eye. This is very good because it gives you reduced extra damage from crits while you have Determination. That means we do not get exploded. We also get some flex charges when we crit, which is very good. We're critting a lot. And the other modifier is not important. Can't be blinded, nobody cares. This one, Enduring Composure. You get permanent endurance charges because of this. Blocking also counts for this. And this one increases our stun threshold as well. So in combination with the boots, this is going to be like 43% increased stun threshold. So it's like we have something like 6,000 life regarding stuns. So we're not going to get stunned. And of course this helps with reservation efficiency. These help with reservation efficiency. And this one as well. The rest of the three is just going for duration as I've talked. So we have the permanent offerings. And also to help the wolves last long. Okay, so because of this, the wolves also last very long. We're also getting some reduced mana cost of skills here. We're getting this mastery, so it costs 15% of it costs as life. That's how we get free Cyclone. And finally, we're getting a bunch of block. Block here, block there, and endurance charge here. And that's it. We're also getting some minion damage, and minion damage. And that's it. For the clusters, very important. So I also made 3 without the clusters, which is a little bit inferior. This one is optimal, but you can play with that one as well. Just know that you're going to be losing like 25% of your damage. But yeah, this is the best in slot. What you need to look out for the cluster jewels, what's important is increased effect, elemental resistances on the first one, and on the second one, what's important is increased effect and chaos resistance. Okay, so one needs to have chaos resistance, the other one needs to have Heli res. That's what's important. Everything else is just gravy. I got attack speed, it's very good. And I got some life, that's also very good. Okay, I've basically explained everything. The build, how it works: use Cyclone, you press W to apply Wither to enemies, and you get Elusive for even more survivability. As you can see, if you cast it while you are cycloning, it doesn't end the effect. But as soon as you cast anything else, it ends the effect. Okay? So this is very good. You despair a boss, you apply Wither to the boss, and you use Val Haste on the boss, and it's good. Just make sure that you're hitting the boss with your Cyclone, because you're going to be applying Bleed for Bloodlust, you're going to be applying Intimidate for extra damage taken, and you're also going to be applying Exemplar critical strike chance, which applies to the wolves. So it means that you occasionally need to be hitting the boss. Every 4 seconds or so. You don't need to be constantly hitting, but you know, occasionally. And that's it. That's how the build works. Hope you guys liked it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.